My students often get confused about the difference between breathing and respiration. Many think that they're the same thing. In this video, I'll explain why breathing is not the same as respiration, and I'll teach you the 5 key things you need to know about each process. If you watch right to the end, I'll also show you how to answer an exam question on this topic. So let's get started. If you're new here, welcome to BioSmash. I'm Jo, and I'm a science teacher. This is Lewis. If Lewis wants to become the best footballer he can, his body will need to carry out 2 key processes: breathing and respiration. Let's start by looking at the goal of breathing and the goal of respiration. If Lewis is going to perform the best he can for the whole match, he needs lots of energy. We get energy from the food that we eat, particularly carbohydrates. Our digestive system breaks carbohydrates down into a special type of sugar. That sugar is glucose. Glucose contains lots of energy, and our bodies can break it down to give us energy for movement. So, in order to break down glucose and get the energy that we need, our bodies react glucose with oxygen. 2 chemicals are produced in the process: carbon dioxide and water. These are waste products, we don't need them. This process of breaking down glucose to get energy is called respiration. So, respiration is the release of energy from glucose. There's a little trick you can use to remind yourself the purpose of respiration. You just need to think about the first 3 letters of the word. The first letter R stands for releasing, the second letter E stands for energy, and the S stands for sugar. So respiration is releasing energy from sugar. So if Lewis is going to get all of the energy that he needs to train, his body will need to carry out lots of respiration. And in order to do respiration, his body will need oxygen. This means that Lewis's body will need to keep breathing to take in lots of oxygen for respiration. When we breathe, air moves in and out of our lungs. We'll come back to that later. Now we have a bit of an overview of what breathing and respiration are, let's look at where they happen. If you think about where breathing takes place, hopefully you think about the lungs. When we breathe, air moves in and out of our lungs. All of our cells require energy. This means that respiration takes place in our cells to release energy for the cells to use. Muscle cells need lots of energy, so they need to carry out lots of respiration. Aerobic respiration, which is respiration with oxygen, is actually carried out by mitochondria, which are little units inside cells. Mitochondria are explained in far more detail in this video, which is linked below. But for now, just try to remember that aerobic respiration takes place in mitochondria. So, we now know that breathing takes place in the lungs and respiration takes place inside cells. Give this video a thumbs up if you're starting to understand this topic better. Another key thing to know about each of the processes is whether they're physical or chemical. As you can see in this video, breathing involves the movement of our lungs. When we breathe in, our lungs expand, and when we breathe out, our lungs get smaller. This happens because of the actions of 2 sets of muscles. The first set are the intercostal muscles, which are found between your ribs. The second important muscle in helping you breathe is your diaphragm, which is a muscle found underneath the lungs. Breathing is a physical process. When the diaphragm and intercostal muscles contract, the space for the lungs increases and they expand, so air moves in because there's less pressure. Unlike the physical process of breathing, respiration is a chemical process because it's a chemical reaction. So to summarise, breathing is a physical process, but respiration is a chemical process. Let's move on to think about energy. Breathing doesn't release energy. Because breathing in actually requires the contraction of muscles, breathing in actually requires energy to happen. As we mentioned earlier, respiration is the release of energy from sugar or glucose. So respiration releases energy, which is why we do it. But we need to carry out breathing to carry out respiration to get energy because the oxygen that's used in respiration comes from breathing. So to summarise, breathing does not release energy, but respiration does. Let's finish off by thinking about 2 important chemicals, carbon dioxide and oxygen. As we've already said, respiration requires oxygen to happen because the glucose is broken down by reacting it with oxygen. This process produces carbon dioxide, which is a waste product and needs to be removed from the body. You breathe in to bring oxygen into your body, and you breathe out to remove carbon dioxide from your body. So we now know that breathing brings oxygen into the body and respiration uses that oxygen for a chemical reaction. Let's think about how all this relates to Lewis. If Lewis is going to have enough energy to last for his whole training session, his muscles will need a good supply of energy. This means that the mitochondria inside his muscle cells will need to carry out lots of aerobic respiration. The mitochondria will need oxygen, so Lewis will breathe oxygen into his lungs. The oxygen will diffuse from the lungs to the bloodstream, and the heart will pump the blood around the body. As the blood flows through the muscles, oxygen diffuses to the muscle cells. The muscle cells use this oxygen to carry out aerobic respiration and release the energy from the glucose. This all happens in the mitochondria of the muscle cells. Carbon dioxide is also produced as a waste product. The carbon dioxide is carried back to the lungs through the bloodstream, and Lewis exhales or breathes out carbon dioxide. Well done for making it this far in the video. As promised, let's finish off by looking at an exam question. If you're finding this video helpful, it might be good to click subscribe. It'll help you find my other videos. Here's the exam question. It's asking you to compare breathing and respiration. The question tells us that we need to do 4 things. We need to describe what breathing is and what respiration is. We also need to give at least 3 differences between breathing and respiration. And we need to state where each process happens or occurs and whether any energy is released. I'm about to show you the answer, so why not pause the video, have the exam question, and have a go at writing an answer. So the first mark is for saying that breathing is the movement of air into and out of the lungs. The second mark is for saying that respiration is a chemical reaction that releases energy from glucose. The third mark is for saying that breathing occurs in the lungs. And the fourth mark is for saying that respiration occurs in the cells or mitochondria. The fifth mark is for saying that breathing is a physical or mechanical process. And you can get a sixth mark if you said that respiration is a chemical process. You also get a mark for saying that breathing does not release energy. And you get a mark if you said that respiration releases energy. Don't say respiration makes energy because technically energy cannot be made or destroyed. There's also a mark available if you said that breathing brings oxygen into the body and removes carbon dioxide from the body. And the final possible mark is for saying that aerobic respiration uses oxygen and produces carbon dioxide and water. So there's lots of possible marks. Add up what you got out of 6 and comment below and let me know how you did. If you want to know more about mitochondria, try this video next. There's also this one that talks about digestion and how we get glucose. Or if you want to know more about respiration, then try this one. I hope to see you soon.